Des, what are you doing? Airbrush flawless, no, not filter, is it? Me. Spoolie that I was going to bring, but we'll pretend we've got it and we're going to do this instead. I think we've cracked it. Do you have days when you need to rush out the door but you want to put your face on before you go? Well, in this video I'm going to show you how I do that using just 7 products. So if that sounds like your bag, then please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell, because I produce lots of videos on beauty and lifestyle for the over 60 woman. So without further ado, let's get cracking. So I've got my iPad here and I'm going to set the timer. Start. There we go. Sorry, it's all back to front. You're going to have to trust me on the time because I'm using my phone to record at the moment. So let's start with foundation, and I'm going to use my trusty L'Oreal True Match, which I understand in the States has recently been reformulated. Ooh, it's quite runny, but I'm going to use a dry sponge, which is my new favourite technique. Just pick up a bit of the residue on there and let's pop it on. I did a video recently where I talked about the different methods that I use to apply foundation, and that my favourite at the moment is using a dry sponge. Now obviously that relies on your skin being well prepped. My skin has been well prepped. I have put my vitamin C serum on, followed by my SPF, which is also or doubles as a moisturiser, and I've also added in a tiny bit of moisturiser on its own, as it were, just on my dry patches. I've got very dry patches in the middle here. Right, let's see how we're doing. That's just over a minute on the foundation. Okay, now we will go with the concealer. We're going to use the e.l.f. Now you might think I'm going to be very cat-handed here because we haven't got a lot of time. So I'm just going to pop this on my hand and I'm going to smear it on. I know it looks like a lot, but trust me, it'll all be fine. And a bit on the eyelids as well. I know you're thinking, Des, what are you doing? But I promise you all will be fine, because, you know, when you're in a hurry and you are thinking about other things, probably when you're doing this, you're thinking, oh, I need to rush off to do X or Y. You're not really concentrating all that much on your makeup. And I'm going to show you that this is really a foolproof way, in my view. This is really a foolproof way of getting ready in the morning and looking put together. So I think that's quite enough patting for now. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to take the powder. Actually, just before we do that, let's just double check that everything is looking okay. Yeah. See, I think that looks pretty good. I don't think there's much settling, but we're now going to put our powder on. So I'm using a mixture of high-end and drugstore products here. And I'm going to use my, you can see there's hardly any left of my Charlotte Tilbury powder. It's the Airbrush Flawless, no, not filter, is it? The Airbrush Flawless Finish, that's it. All alliterative. And I literally just pat it on like that. Again, we'll check at the end to make sure that nothing is too, excuse me, itchy nose. Sorry, this is what happens when you are trying to do something on a timer. Right, that all looks fine. Now we're going to go in with the eyebrows. Now I'm going to use a palette, which is my absolute favourite palette at the moment. It's a 9-pan palette by MAC. If I could open it, there we go. And we're going to use this for our eyes and our eyebrows. So for eyebrows, I'm going to take this quite pale colour, but actually, oh, I'm going to take this pale colour, sorry, and pop it on my eyebrows. So I'm just trying to get my mirror right. See, now I'm trying to rush, which I shouldn't do really, because we've got plenty of time. We're at 6 minutes, by the way, at the moment. So we're just going to pop that on. And then what we're going to do, so that it doesn't look too made up, well, we would do if we had the bloody, typical. I haven't brought the little mini spoolie that I was going to bring, but we'll pretend we've got it and we're going to do this instead, just to fluff them up a bit. Now let's put some eyeshadow on. We're at 5:39 at the moment. So what we're going to do is take a brush, and again I haven't got the right brush. Well done, Daz. Never mind. We're going to use this colour, and we're just going to pop it on the lids just as a sort of one and done, but it isn't quite going to be a one and done because we are going to put some extra colour on as well. There we go. And this is a really nice sort of rosy, it's not really rosy, it's more like a dark dirty rose colour, which I really, really like. So let's just pop that on just to get some colour on. Then we're going to smear it with our hands. You're probably thinking, does she know what she's doing, this woman? But I promise you this is all going to look fab at the end, she says, hopefully. So now we're going to take this brush that we used for the eyebrows, and I'm going to dip it in the much darker colour here, the brownier colour, and we're going to use this as a kind of an eyeliner. So let me see if I can come close and you can see what I'm doing. So yeah. We're at 4:25 at the moment, by the way, so we're still absolutely fine for time. I'm just going to pop that on just to give a bit of sort of definition, take a bit more to the eyeline area, like that. There we go. Yeah, just tidy that up a bit. There we go. And then we might just do a little bit of blending just to tidy it up. There we go. I'm all for using fingers, you know. I think fingers can be very helpful because you're not holding an implement and having to, you know, manoeuvre that. Right, we're at 3:37, so we're absolutely fine. Right, now we're going to do mascara, and I'm using the Maybelline Sky High, which I really do like as a drugstore mascara. I think it's excellent. Look at that. Look how lovely. And that's just one quick coat. We're at 3:16. So I think that's pretty good. There we go. Now this side, I think it's because I sleep on this side. My lashes aren't quite as, you know, evenly curled up as the other side, but still, that's okay. Right, we're at 2:51. We've only got blusher, and we're going to use the Revolution. Now, you might think this is a very odd way of applying it. And again, you're thinking, what is she doing? But I saw Andrea Ali do this recently. In fact, I'm thinking of doing a video about, I won't talk to you while I'm doing this, otherwise I'll make a mess of it. But she talks about, actually Shea Whitney I saw do something about this the other day as well. The sort of very pinky stuff with a bit on my nose. I'm not going to put it on my nose at the moment, but I think that's fine. Right, we're at 2:03. Right, we're going to put lipstick on, and then we're just going to do a check, and I think we will have cracked it. Let's put lipstick on. Well, I think we've done it, but we're at 1:44. I know this is upside down, but trust me, that's what it says. Right, let's have a look and check that everything is okay. So let's have a check. I'm going to come closer so you can see, but I need to check as well. Okay, so there's a slight bit dry patch going on there. Can you see? Which I might have to deal with. But actually, I think that's pretty good. The only thing I would say is I've slightly, and we can sort that out, I've slightly come a bit high with the blusher. I mean, no one's going to notice, are they? Let's face it. But if we wanted to sort that out, we've got just under a minute to do that. So let's just take a bit of foundation, not foundation, sorry, a bit of concealer, and just sort that out just there. Let me see if I can come close and you can see it. I'm going to take my sponge and just gently pop that in, and then, oh yeah, that's better. That's better. Right, we're at 28 seconds. So, final check. I'm going to put my glasses on to make sure I can see everything. Everything looks okay. There's no ghastliness. The eyes look fine. I think we've cracked it. Look, we've got a few seconds to spare. We're at 7 seconds. So you see, you can do a really quick 10-minute makeup. Well, less than 10 minutes, really, if I haven't made a slight boo-boo. And you can still look put together. So there you have it. That's my 10-minute makeup when you need to get out the door quickly, but you want to look put together. I really hope this video has been helpful, and do let me know in the comments below whether you think I've gone completely bonkers or whether this would work for you. It just goes to show, you know, you don't need a lot of tools. I only had 7 products. I used my fingers and a sponge, but we managed it. And thank you so much for watching. It means the absolute world to me. It really does. And I hope you're all doing really well. And I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye.